Have you ever noticed that how you do one thing is how you do everything? That maybe for you, you have these same cycles with food and body, and you also have the same cycle with the food and body that you actually have with money and business. Well, I want to tell you how to inoculate yourself from poverty consciousness, as well as lack consciousness, as well as getting sick and not feeling healthy. Would that be great? I've got some really good tips for you from my experience, and I want you to grab a pen and a paper because what I have to share with you has the power to transform your life.
Hey, you are watching Amanda Moxley TV, and this is the place for the hottest tips, tools, trainings, and how-tos. I'm so happy you're here, and I'll see you in the show.
So a couple years ago, I found myself, I was in the bathtub, and I was taking a lavender salt bathtub, and I was doing that because my husband was sick with a cold, and I was laying in the bathtub, and I said to myself, I am not getting sick. I'm not letting any kind of sickness come near me. And as I was laying there in the bathtub, I thought to myself, I actually have a prescription for Radiance. I have a way that I inoculate myself from sickness, and I do not get sick. In fact, my whole family had COVID. Guess who didn't? I didn't have it because I am literally unavailable for getting sick. Like, I do not get sick. You know, God forbid, I do not get sick. I just don't have time for it. I don't have the energy for it. And I really think that I have an incredible immune system, and I'm really not meant to be sick. I'm meant to be healthy, radiant, and joyful and alive. So that was me. And I realized, wow, Amanda, you have this strong, fierce belief that you don't get sick, and you have your little system for not getting sick if other people are sick around you. And why don't you just do that same exact thing for money? Why don't you just have a whole prescription for Radiance for money like you do for sickness? And I realized what a great idea. So if you want to know my prescription for inoculating myself from being sick, I will tell you that very, very briefly. Number one, have the belief that I'm unavailable for it. Number two, I am all about garlic and oregano oil. So I use oregano oil on my body, and I will pound raw garlic. Then I eliminate sugar, alcohol, dairy, and I get good rest. And I also focus on some kind of fasting. So I increase the fruits and the vegetables, and I decrease the alcohol, the sugar, and the dairy. And that really helps me stay mentally and physically healthy. So you then want to have your own prescription for inoculating yourself from poverty and lack consciousness. The first step is to really work on your money mindset. We are all born into a money mindset. We are born into these belief systems around money. And if you don't challenge them and recreate what it is you really want, you're just going to create the same feedback loop that your parents and grandparents and their grandparents and grandparents had. So step one is really rewrite your money story. Then how I like to do that is I like to look at the limiting beliefs and then replace the limiting beliefs with new empowered beliefs. So what is the opposite of feeling that there is lack in the world? Well, I will tell you, it is believing in abundance. So for example, if I have a limiting belief, let's say a limiting belief that I had was the other shoe will drop. The other shoe is going to drop. My new belief is money is always here for me. Money is always here for me. Money has always been here for me. I'm completely supported by money. Money loves me. Money loves to be with me. I've never not had money. I am supported. I am wealthy. I am healthy. And what I'm getting at is you want to challenge the limiting belief with a new empowered belief. Then the next thing you want to do, which I have done since I was 18 years old, is you then have your new empowered beliefs, put them on a 3x5 card, and then paste them on sticky notes in your mirror and repeat them over and over up to 400 times a day. Say it over and over and over until those thoughts think you. Because right now, your thoughts are thinking you. You are not thinking your thoughts. So we were born with the highest faculties ever, that we have the ability to think. Every other life form cannot think, but we as humans have the gift of thinking. So use your mind to think yourself into results and think yourself into riches. Okay, the next thing you want to do is you want to watch your language. If you find yourself saying things like, that's really expensive, or I can't afford it, or those people are rich, and I this, or whatever, you want to zipit.com. The other day I was on a walk and I saw this dad that walks his dog after we did a carpool drop off. And he's like totally in fear. He's like, inflation is coming. And I just said to him, I guess we'll rise with it because we have to rise with it. We have to rise with it, guys. We cannot feel feelings of lack and fear and scarcity. So you want to not join in on the conversation of how bad it is, and you want to zipit.com. The next thing you want to do is notice how you feel when you are circulating money. How do you feel about money when you look at your bank account? How do you feel about money? I remember going to Whole Foods back in the day, and I noticed when I first started this, I felt really scared. At the register, I'd feel like, oh my gosh, there goes $200 on my groceries. And I remember feeling fear. So notice how you feel when you are circulating money. And what I did instead was I replaced it with a new thought, which was, money easily flows through me and to me. 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 It flows through me and to me. It flows through me and to me. It's like an inhale and an exhale. So find something that you can really feel and flow with, because we are in some awesome times right now where we get to really work on our consciousness and work on our beliefs. Okay? The next thing you want to do is you want to feel good about money. The more you can feel good about money and cultivate deep and intense gratitude and appreciation for what you have, everything you've had. And one thing you can do is all day long say under your breath, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and really soak in everything that you have to be thankful for. So that is how I have inoculated myself from lack thinking. That is how I've inoculated myself from sickness and getting sick. How about you guys? What are your steps? What is your formula? The key is write down your success formula and then have it like a little mantle. This is how I operate. This is your owner's operation manual, and live it out daily. Set it up with the habits behind it and make this all a habit. The more that it becomes a habit, the faster you will be lasering in on what you want. I hope this is helpful for you guys. I know that we are meant to be healthy, we are meant to be wealthy, we are meant to be happy. And I hope this video really supported you today. If you liked it, give it a like, give it a comment below. Also, join me over on Facebook at the Moxley Method Speaker Society. I love connecting with you there, as well as on Instagram at Amanda G.A. Moxley. So go ahead, take some nuggets out of today's talk, and I'll see you next week. JFTI.
Do you want to grow a successful business as a speaker? All you have to do is go to amandamoxley.com/training, and I'm going to share with you my entire Moxley method, my mindset, the strategy, the structure, and the system behind my consistent multiple six-figure business. All you have to do is go to amandamoxley.com/training and sign up today.